Boom, 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 boom.
Here we go.
But
Yo,
that ought to
yo,
be the
yo.
national get the party started.
Right. Yo. No laces. Antonio Lamar back with Sean and Marcus. What's up, fellas?
What up?
Man, feeling outstanding.
Feeling outstanding today. Nah, that's the cut right there, man. Gap Band, Tulsa, Oklahoma representing.
Yeah, if that don't get your blood flowing, I don't know what will.
Nothing. Nothing. What's been going on this week, man? Hey, I know free agent popped off didn't it? The NFL free agency popped out today, didn't it?
Yes, sir.
Anything crazy go down?
Well,
One thing
Drew
I
Brees
noticed,
retired.
yeah,
Breezy?
definitely Drew. Breezy, baby. Something's going on up in New England, man. Somebody called and check on Belichick. I think he done took something. Because he is spending the money.
No, I saw they signed a lot of people.
Money.
It seemed like they signed Nelson Aguilar. They signed my boy Kendrick Bourne. They going crazy out here.
Man, I don't know what's happening. This is unlike Bill Belichick.
Who's it? Jalen Mills from the Eagles.
They got a tight end from Tennessee. They got Dietrich Wise, $30 million.
Man, I saw a clip that said New England has spent more guaranteed money today than they have like the last few seasons or something like that. I think the last 3 or 4 seasons.
Man, they was being cheap with old buddy.
Who that?
Oh, when they had time.
My boy Thomas.
Yeah, Tom was giving them some slack.
Man.
They give him some slack.
Yeah, he cut a little bit off to help him build a program or whatnot. And he's even doing that in Tampa Bay now.
Oh, you mean like I hear you. You mean like taking less?
Yeah, taking less money to help build his team around him and whatnot. But like I said, I ain't never seen Belichick just go out and spend money like this. But I guess they roster really wasn't all that deep though. So they kind of had to spend that money to be relevant, to get back where they need to be.
Because boy, they looking bad over there. Miami, Buffalo, they lightweight third best team right now in their division.
Well, I think Cam knowing the system now, like you say, you brought up that great point before, that he had like 2 weeks before the season started when he got signed. So he kind of learned everything on the fly. But I think he ought to be settled as long as he can stay healthy. They obviously bringing in some pieces, trying to build a nice little team around him. And he's on another contract year because he only signed that 1-year deal. So I think you can kind of look at them to bounce back this year. They're going to be hungry, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Nah, they're coming back with a vengeance, boy. Belichick's not going to sleep. He is not going to sleep.
No, that has to leave a bad taste in your mouth to let time go and he goes off and wins the Super Bowl.
Man. And y'all don't even make the playoffs.
Right.
That had to hurt.
Had to hurt.
Nah,
what's up with these boys in on the court though, man? These those Sooners, man. I think we got the 8th seed.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because we got that 8-9 game, and I think the winner goes on to play Gonzaga. Of course, if they win. But hell, Gonzaga's undefeated, so.
Gonzaga, real deal, man.
Yeah, man.
What seed are they gonna be? They made it to the tournament?
Yeah, they the 8th seed.
You talking about the Sooners? Boys, yeah, they 8th seed. And like I said, they got that 8-9 game. And if they make it past that, they'll have to face Gonzaga, who was projected to win it last year before everything got shut down.
Yeah. But they like way better than they was last year, this year.
Mm-hmm.
Bird. Nah, man, let's get into it. What we doing today, man? Tight ends, H-backs. Is that what we doing?
Yes,
Tight
sir.
ends and H-backs.
We got about, 2 tight ends and 2 H-backs?
But, I mean, that's not a position that the style offense that we run, we don't have to be real deep there. It's not like we pulling the Belichick out and running the 3 tight end set. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
but you always, the H-back position reserved for that dynamic player, though.
Right.
We always need that dynamic, big, but still got a little feet, still can move a little bit, got some hands. You got to be able to do a lot at the H-back. And we got Jeremiah Hall and Mikey Henderson right there right now. And we know Mikey kind of play running back, H-back. He do his thing. I really like him. But then we got Austin Stockner and Braden Willis out there at the tight end position, H receiver, whatever you want to call it, man. Stockner's been around for what? He played 2 years? Maybe.
This was his second, wasn't it? Or what? I believe.
No.
I think so, right? No, this was his third. No.
Yo, wait. Did he come in with Hazelwood now?
This might have been his second year. Yeah, this is his second year.
He came in with Hazelwood now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sophomore.
Braden Willis been there like 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice to land an elite body at that position. You know what I mean? So a game changer. I think we've been kind of spoiled to tight ends around here. When you look at what we have put out in past history, man, you put out some big names, and not that these guys aren't capable, they just hadn't quite made it to that point yet.
Are we coming off of what? Mark Andrews, what my man say last episode? Calcutta.
Yeah, Calcutta.
And who's before Andrews?
Man, it's somebody in between. But no, that was a few years back. I don't know, man. You got me there.
Yeah, I'm kind of blanking on that with myself.
Because the last guy I can honestly remember, and I know that was years before Andrews, but that was Gresham. So
that was long.
Yeah, that was that was years ago. But I mean, I'm just drawing a blank right now. I know we've had another productive guy right there, but I can't just quite think of who it was though.
Yeah, whatever the case, we do have a nice history of some decent tight ends coming out. So we like to get Austin Stein is a good tight end. He just need to quit dropping the balls a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He'll work. I'm sure he'll do better next year. The more he gets older, matures, get a little stronger. So I'm sure he'll be all right. And I'm sure what we think, Jeremiah Hall probably gonna start. Most likely.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't see
guaranteed.
him. I don't see Mikey
guaranteed.
taking that spot, man. You look at Jeremiah Hall's actually coming back as a red shirt junior, and Mikey Henderson's still a freshman. So,
how many?
Unless he comes out and does something just amazing during the spring, Jeremiah Hall's got that locked up. But I will say, I think you'll see a little bit more of Mikey Henderson this year, though.
Yeah, but it may be more of a running back where they trying to get him more touches.
Right.
Than more of him like lead blocking or something like that. Maybe him running more pass routes at tight end or something.
Well, one thing's for sure, he's one of those guys that you have to have on the field and get him some touches, man, because of his big play capability. I mean, we saw that in the bowl game. I think he only had 2 touches in the bowl game, but both of them were, big, not necessarily big plays, but plays that changed the momentum of the offense.
Yeah. And then you got Jason Lewellen, the 6'5", 240 tight end that has committed to OU. That's a part of the 2022 class.
Where's he coming from?
Alito's
known to play some big time football, man. I want to check this kid, check him out, see what he can do.
He big.
Yo, it's Blake in the chat said Grisham. Yeah, we mentioned Grisham. We were trying to think of somebody after Grisham though.
Yeah, it had. I know it was somebody between Andrews and Gresham that really produced, but I just can't put my finger on it.
That mind blank. Well, I wasn't preparing for this. Tight
Right.
end over here with the two tight ends. Hey, I mean, we got no walk-ons, nothing out here.
It's nah.
Now,
Nah. You had Jalen Connors who transferred to Arizona State.
Bird.
Yeah, man, and like you say, man, with only two on the depth chart, like I said before, we don't run a lot of heavy stuff. But if one of those guys goes down, we're in a bad spot. You know what I mean?
What about the Obialo kid, the Obialo kid from Marshall that transferred in? Is he gonna play like that tight end, like H wide receiver, that inside wide receiver spot? Because he kind of thick.
I would say how tall is he?
He like 6'2", 6'3", but he like 220, 215, 220, I think.
Freshman guy? I mean, transfer, you said?
Yeah, he like one of them 5th year, 6th year seniors. Something like that.
So that sounds like that's exactly what that is. Darker got to come in and give you some depth, in case, kind of build a roster.
My man, as Blake said, James Hanna. James Hanna was there.
James Hanna.
In between that mix. He had a decent year, too.
Yeah.
He was a dog. He was all right.
That man was fast.
Wasn't he? He used to get out.
Blake Bell caught him a year. We forgot about that.
Yeah.
His senior year, he caught him at tight end. He was solid.
I got to fill up the roster. Jesus Lord. I don't know why I'm blanking over here.
I wouldn't necessarily consider Finley before Jermaine or after Jermaine.
Oh man, I'm gonna say
after.
Before.
But
you say after?
I'm gonna say after.
Y'all gonna make me start Googling over
here. Well, you got Google, aka Dark over here. I kind of figured he would have knew that.
Hey man, I don't blame on this one. Hey, Joe John Family's 36 years old.
That would put him slightly before Gresham, probably.
Jermaine Gresham. It's 32.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Joe John a little older than he's 4 years older than
before Gresham. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Gresham got drafted in the 2010. What's good, Weston Sloan? Said, what's good, everyone? Cheers. Yeah. We here, man.
Yeah.
Trying to talk about some tight ends and some H-backs. We don't have a lot of players out there in these positions, but they getting some coming in here in the future. So we just hope we can hold tight. Man, from what it looks like, I hope don't nobody get hurt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yes. We gotta stay healthy out here.
Yeah, that's gonna be key right there. But I do think at the same time, if we're not able to, for some whatever reason, we do have the depth at the wide receiver spot where we can spread things out. But it's nothing like having a good tight end. Nothing like having a good tight end.
That's real. But let's get right. All right, let's get right to it. Where's the
Carson Meyer?
Carson
Meyer was after Mark Andrews.
Nah, but ain't that the dude that has some issues?
Nah, he was from I want to say Union or something like that.
Is he not the dude who ended up not playing? Who am I thinking about? I'm thinking about somebody who, remember, he was supposed to be good, but he came. He's like never mind. I'm not even going to go down that route. But
I think I know who you talk about. No, not him.
Okay.
No, the dude I think you talking about never like I think he made it to a practice
Jesus.
maybe, and then he went back home. He had some issues with like his baby mama. I think he was from like McAllister or something.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking about.
He played quarterback in high school, but then he was switching to tight end. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kid from Alito, though, man, I think talking about his size, when you just picture him, 6'5", man. What's his the rest of his numbers like, Dart?
6'5", 240.
6'5", 240. What's his 40 time? You got that? No 40 time. What's his name again?
Jason Lewellen.
Okay. I know the last I saw Alito play, they were pretty run heavy.
Yeah, they are.
So I imagine he's probably a good blocking tight end.
Yes, sir. But 6'5", he got the frame.
Definitely. As long as he got some soft hands to go with it, man, that could be a big target.
Right.
Yeah, you know Kel Gundy recruiting him, man. So I got real faith in Kel.
Okay.
We'll say Stogner, Willis, and Henderson gonna get some touches. Yeah, you're right, Wes. Those would probably be the main dudes, and Jeremiah Hall too. Of course, he's gonna start. So
yeah,
I don't know. I mean, he don't seem to get about an awful lot, but
no, it's the reason he's out there though, man. Because
right.
like you said, he's not. They don't put the ball in his hands too often. You know, he might get targeted once or twice every couple games, every 2-3 games or something like that. But whenever he is targeted, it's always spot on the money. He's always open. He'll hit you on that little when they run that the little GT counter play where he comes out of the. It looks just like the GT counter where he kind of runs a little inside wheel, and he'll hit that seam and be wide open.
Yeah, man. Like whenever it seemed like whenever Lincoln Riley want to mess with mess with the team's linebackers. Like that's when Jeremiah Hall comes open. Like he'll block for a second and then he'll peel off and slip out to the flats or something, or do a in route, and he wide open.
For sure. No, you're right. Hey, what about the? He is good in the red zone, Weston. Yeah, for sure. What about the sit him, start him, cut him, bench him?
Oh, you want to go there with it?
Man, let's get to it.
Let's go. Well, let's start out with the H-backs then. So we got present day Jeremiah Hall. So let's go with Jeremiah Hall. Let's go with Trey Milliard. And Dark, who you got for me? Give me one more.
Let's go with Dimitri Flowers.
Dimitri Flowers. Me personally, the start absolutely goes to Trey Milliard. I don't think any of those guys can come close to him athletically. He was a stud. And it's very upsetting to see him not get to have the career in the league that, he probably could have had, barring an injury.
Who are we talking about?
Milliard.
Who was he? Where'd he go?
He got drafted to the Niners, like I want to say like 4th or 5th round after he tore up his knee.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, they clipped him.
Yeah, I would probably have to go with Milliard for the start. Flowers coming off the bench, and sorry, Mr. Hall, but those two guys were just pretty damn good.
Could we put like what's my man's?
JD?
JD Reynolds or something like that.
Well, no, I did that because this is the current regime. So I was building the current with the former.
But is it changing if you put JD in there?
I don't
think
it changes.
Who you taking out? Would it change unless you take out Trey?
Had a
You
Trey
might
Milliard, and who else was the other one?
Dimitri Flowers and JD Reynolds.
Uh,
It's probably still going to be the same. I mean, I guess you could keep JD over Flowers.
I mean,
It depends.
I mean, I could. You could if you want to.
You could, but hey, man, like don't sleep on Dimitri. You know what I'm saying? Like you remember that Iowa State game with Joe Mixon got in trouble, Samaje was hurt, and somebody else was hurt. So Dimitri Flowers was like the starting tailback, and he ran for a buck and like a bucket or something.
Ruby said Bullfrog is probably the best blocking tight end.
Bullfrog? Ruby, give me some. Hey, now I know a lot of nicknames, but that one ain't familiar with me.
Nah, I kind of missed that one too. I thought maybe one of y'all caught that. Hey, who you talking about? Who you talking about, Ruby? I'm lost on that one a little bit.
Ooh, she stumped all of us.
I might have missed that one.
School us real quick, Ruby, because I'm not familiar with that nickname. But I think as far as H-backs, I think that's one of the reasons that Mikey might not be getting a nod, because I think if you just compare them, their skill set with him and Hall, I think clearly, well, I won't say clearly, but I would think one would assume that Mikey's probably the better athlete as far as intangibles and whatnot, but I think Jeremiah Hall is just a better blocker.
Oh, I'm sure that probably. I mean, from what it looks like, I mean, because Mikey, they put him out there. He touched the ball.
Yeah, and that's the downside of when you bring him in, because you know if he's not getting the ball this play, it's just a couple plays coming before he touches it, because he's not on the field for nothing.
Yeah.
And I don't.
But you got it. But yeah, you could say that. But then you got like Jaden Hazelwood. You got Theo Weese.
There's a lot of people out there.
Like you got Kennedy Brooks that's gonna be in the backfield. Eric Gray that's probably gonna be in the backfield, maybe. Like like you can't just be like, well, we gonna.
He's in the game. You can't.
Yeah.
Right. Man, when you really sit back and look at it, man, this has got the opportunity to be a pretty powerful offense.
Hey, listen, y'all to realize that Mikey Henderson touched the ball all of 21 times last year
with 2 buckets, 200 yards,
and we sit there raving about the kid. Hey, but that's how much. But listen, he averaged 9 yards a carry and 14 yards a catch. So
yes, he did. That's enough for me.
He a walking first down. That's what that is.
He's a walking first down, man. He's a big play waiting to happen. Like I said, and it might not necessarily be a 47-yard run or something, but it's a play that's gonna change the momentum of the offense.
Yeah, man. Like he played quarterback.
He's a good change-up guy.
See, you confused me a little bit, because she said tight end. She's talking about Jeremiah Hall. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's okay. I mean, it's an H-back, so I mean, that's kind of the same thing in the OU system. I got you.
Right.
I got you. Yeah, man. But go ahead. Well, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. What you saying, Chant?
Oh, that boy Bullfrog. Ooh,
Bullfrog, huh? That's a new one on me. I hadn't heard that one. We not spending enough time around Norman, I guess. We don't get all the inside scoop.
I mean, well, Jeremiah was a Bullfrog. I mean, come on, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I did not even think of that.
you gotta do the science. You gotta do the math. You understand?
Add up eventually, right?
Yeah, put it together. We got anybody else? Hey, do we got a tight end?
The tight end one is going to be a little more difficult. The starter should be a little more difficult.
No,
bench, I can't really give you on the bench.
Well, you gotta leave out Keith Jackson.
No, yes, you have to leave him out. They don't even count.
Yeah,
Keith Jackson is out.
I mean, well, if that's the case,
Mark
then you pretty much have
Jermaine Gresham.
You gotta leave out Steven Alexander too, don't you?
No,
nah.
Mark Andrews, Jermaine Gresham, and Steven Alexander. How about that?
Mark Andrews all day long. He's the starter.
Steven Alexander was making it to the Pro Bowl, brother.
Yes, he was, but I don't think he's not Mark Andrews. I mean, look at Mark. The kid is 6'8" with the softest hands in the world and can go get him.
Hey, 6'5" from Chicken Shade, baby.
8 catch with his body, though.
Yeah, that's true.
But
I mean, but hey, he's catching it.
Hey, dude, you talk about Steven Alexander.
Gresham was probably the more athletic.
He was an All-American.
I actually like this one. Because I kind of...
Who the third one? Jermaine Gresham?
Jermaine Gresham.
Yeah.
Oh, this is tough.
That's what I'm saying. This is not easy, really. Not to me,
go
anyway.
with any one of them because they all had
okay. Look at who you drafted,
but they all had solid pro careers.
That's
today's football game. All numbers included. Who are you drafting with all attributes? You know,
what offense?
Considering
it all depends on what offense. Really, because if you running like a Baltimore, where you really running the ball, you think about it, even though they do got Mark Andrews,
bruh,
I would take Steven Alexander.
Steven Alexander played from 98 to 2007. Man. Now listen, we keep it real now. You know what I'm saying? His stats are not that impressive. No, I'm just keeping it real. His best season was 47 catches, 510 yards, 2 touchdowns. Now that was in year 2000, but that was the best season. Game was different a little bit back then, but tight ends were still getting off. So
yeah,
I can't use that as an excuse.
No, because Shannon was out
he's
there
6'4", 250.
6'4", 250.
Is anybody looking in the chat, baby? Anybody in the chat, baby? Oh,
let me check the chat out. Yeah, let me try to pull it up, see if my computer wants to work today.
What we got? Weston said, some people think there's pressure on OU, but they were pissed against Florida. My boy Sean Stapleton was good.
Sean, you made it, man. I was waiting on you, big dog.
Yeah. We said Henderson, our best H-back. Yeah, we just talking about Henderson, man. Yeah, Andrews may end up in the Hall of Fame. That's what Sean said. He also said there's a lot of pressure on Riley and OU this year, bringing back a ton of experience at quarterback in a year where Clemson, Bama, LSU, and Ohio State starting new quarterbacks. That's true. So we got the kid. We got Spencer Rattler. Hopefully he go out there and get the job done.
But I don't think does that equate to pressure on Lincoln though?
Well, he's saying like this team is built strong enough to where they should be able to at least, hey, we should win a playoff game if we make it to the playoffs, son. Do you realize we have not won a playoff game?
We have yet to win a playoff game, and we're saying that second year Spencer Rattler's gonna do it.
He said sorry late, but nah, you all good, man. As long as you made it, man. We're in the building. What you saying? Go ahead, Sean.
Are we so we're saying, I think in my opinion, that's the pressure. The pressure there is on Spencer. Because he's the only one that got time under his belt when you consider those other schools bringing in new guys.
Well, but you know how I heard what you're saying though. I'm not even trying to debate, but I'm saying, Lincoln Riley is known for putting out quarterbacks. So like it's almost like people don't look at it like it's on. I don't think we're gonna look at it like it's on Spencer because we expect Lincoln Riley to be able to make the quarterback win a Heisman.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I I understand what you're saying also, like far as, but I would think that'd be more of a Spencer Rattler thing, or
cause the expectations, bro, like just think about this, like this year it was the first time they they had a game where they didn't score over 24 points. And I think they scored like 23, 22 points. So like just think about that. Like, and like that's the expectation of the offense, no matter who's at quarterback. You know what I'm saying? No matter who at quarterback, it's a Heisman Trophy. They throwing for like 3,000 yards at least, and they probably having at least 500 rushing yards. And they throwing for 25 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the
I'm
custom.
looking at
Now
the
the
chat,
thing
man. I
is
see.
he gonna be able to build a
They talking about the
good enough
Caleb
team?
Williams. Caleb Williams.
Yeah,
They talking about
I see that they heavy on Caleb over here.
What's
Sean
that,
and Ruby both say they Spencer gonna have the pressure brought by Caleb.
hey, I mean, listen, Caleb,
He's
man,
special.
looks
He's
like he got an
special,
arm
man.
too. Yeah, I think they both pretty special. I think they both of their arms is nice. So, I mean, if he come out here and start messing up, hey.
Yeah.
But I think Spencer gonna do good. I think that's gonna make him step up. We'll see. We'll see what he made of this year.
And to kind of go back on what Sean was saying about how the pressure's on Lincoln, early on when we in one of our early shows, we did mention though that this would be the Sooner sweet spot because of all the things that he mentioned. Like when you think about it, everybody else is kind of rebuilding.
And
we're the only Power 5 that's been there consistently that's coming back, that's pretty much bringing everything back.
Well, Alabama is always.
Yeah, but they bringing a new quarterback though.
Hey, and we talk about Bryce Young, whatever his name is.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that boy good.
Yeah,
good.
Nah, he's good. I'm telling you. I mean,
Lincoln wanted him, but I think he had to go with Tanner. I think that's no. It was somebody, but yeah.
Who you talking about? Sean wants to play this year. Caleb?
No, it was the kid who transferred to TCU.
No, I know you talking about that. Sean talking about Sean in the chat, talking about he want to play this year. Yeah, Caleb talking about he want to play this year, but I hear you, but he got to take that from Spencer. And he said we can't lose to K-State or Iowa State. I feel you there. Please, we cannot have those slip-ups, man. I mean, come on.
And I don't think ever lose to Iowa State again the way we have here recently because I think they were kind of flying under the radar. And I think
did you say that?
Somebody
knock on wood.
I'm knocking right now.
Right. Yeah, Taylor Morris was the one that OU got instead of Bryce Young.
Yeah, because they was in on him late, and then he chose Bama though.
Yeah, Ruby, we on our way. I don't know about top 10. She said we can have a top 10 defense. We can win the Natty. Grinch is, he rebuilding, but I'm not gonna put top 10 on him just yet.
Listen, man, if he go ahead
in that right direction, that's for sure.
If he put the people out there that we know is the best players instead of like all of that, you've been here stuff. But I know, but he rotates. So like by midseason, we'll see who the real dogs are out there. So
who for Grinch?
Yeah.
Like the only thing I had a problem with was like was the Meade guy playing that linebacker. Like, come on, man. You ain't even got to rotate that unless you up by 14-21. Like, you ain't even got to do that, dog. But other than that, man, like, it's like he building depth and like you can see the progression of the players, but like, yeah, like it ain't like the old time where you might not see a dude till he a junior, and then when he finally become a junior and play, he getting either 10 picks or like 10 sacks or something shit. Like he come in just automatically balling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard we gotta get that. I heard you, Sean. We gotta keep that D line. That D line can play like it was last year.
And Ruby, you are right. You can have a top 10 defense and a Lincoln Riley regular type offense.
Yeah,
baby. He's been putting up the numbers offensively. It's always been the lack of defense that kind of kept us away from winning those big games, man. And now, like I say, we have turned the corner. I'm not gonna say we turning it. I think we on the downhill side of that corner now.
Yeah, King Tyson Anderson, man. Hey, man.
Me just
Ooh,
yeah.
man. Yeah.
Oh, I see it now. I see his comment, man. Yeah, man. Oh, me.
Yeah.
But that just comes from not having
Building up.
his particular. Yeah, he hadn't built his depth right there at that position, man.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to disguise a player or two. Sometimes.
Yep. But boy, after that K-State game, boy, he played less and less and less.
Nah, for real. Have we talked about the linebackers? We haven't talked about them yet.
Yeah, we talked about them.
Yeah, we did. We did them with the D line. Yeah, we did a whole front seven. We pretty much got the roster wrapped, I believe, at this point. I think the tight end H-back was just about the last one. Now we can go to a placeholder and talk about the fiasco he was involved in.
Hey man, y'all see Sean's last comment? He can't wait to see Redmond, Winfrey, Gilliam, Smith, Benito all go after the quarterback. Yeah, that sounds so nasty.
That sounds amazing. Please.
That sounds so nasty. Yep.
Please, nobody. Can we stay halfway healthy? Jeez, for 1 year.
Hey man, wrap them up in bubble wrap, knee braces, ankle braces. Let's lap them down with icy hot stretch.
Running backs.
I got a question though. Who's gonna be the placeholder? Because it looked like ours ain't coming back.
What you mean ain't coming back?
Man, he only got one eye.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
It's not looking good. That's a dang shame what happened in that situation right there, man.
Nah, he took the L on that one.
Yeah, that got pretty ugly.
I mean, you don't mess with no wrestler, man. No UFC fighter. And that's what happened to you.
I wasn't there, man. Allegedly. Nah, it was on camera.
Allegedly.
That was allegedly him.
That slam wasn't alleged. that piss on his back wasn't alleged.
Oh, man. I don't know.
Hey, Sean Stapleton, Kennedy Brooks, and Eric Gray is going to hold it down, I think. And then maybe Marcus Major or Seth McGowan can make a step up. If they do that, man, that's just think about how nasty that is.
Yeah. No, that's good. I mean, if they can step up, Marcus, we were talking about that earlier, Sean.
Yeah.
Marcus, man. Come on, baby. I need them to play.
Because I think it's a make it or break a year for him. Like what?
I'm rooting for him because he was a city kid.
I would expect him to transfer if he wasn't getting no carries and nothing major this year. Like, I mean, hey man, you can't be spending your whole time on the bench, man.
Right. This is the point that you would have to make that decision. Because you were given a free year basically in last year, so you didn't burn up any eligibility. So if things don't change at this point, you have to hit the portal. I mean, you can't be mad at anybody for wanting to get on the field.
Yeah.
But I think we all know what's going to go on with the 1-2 punch with Gray and Kennedy Brooks. The question is who's going to edge out for the that third spot and break the rotation. But like we've seen in the past, or these first couple games, we'll see 3 or 4 running backs, and they'll get their chance to do what they're gonna do, and whoever shines, typically be that third guy. And then that'll change somewhere around week 6 or 7, and then we'll be back to a 2-man rotation.
Hey man, because it's gonna be a bruise, a hamstring, an ankle, something. Running backs, hey man.
Oh, it's always something.
That's tough, man.
Ruby's got a pretty good point here, man. She's saying let's hope Grinch don't leave next year. And with the momentum he's been building, he's obviously turned around his defense. You would think that the offers are going to be coming at him pretty heavy this next coming up season. I think didn't he interview with wasn't it Arizona or somewhere this year, or did he turn it down?
I think he turned it down.
Mm-hmm.
But like, man, he making
Smart
more
move.
than he making some cheese. So it's gonna take some stuff to get him out of there.
Yeah, the right situation, you know. That is the benefit of being able to pay those guys like that, though, man. Because you had a program where you're gonna win ball games, you can get the recruit you want to get, you know, for the most part. And if you go take a head coaching job somewhere else, you know, you might get the money, but is it gonna be worth the headache?
Hey, Ruby, Marcus Hicks is 6'5", 284.
But he's supposed to be
He the D tackle.
yeah. Now I was wondering, was he supposed to be like, was he trying to drop weight or something?
Nah, like he just a grown A-word man.
DJ Spence
like,
in the chat saying that he could see Grinch staying at OU like Venables at Clemson.
He should. I mean, unless he could get like a good job. I don't think he should leave for just like any job, you know.
Right.
Like he's smart for me not to take some Arizona or some other type stuff like that. Like,
man,
no
that
disrespect
Venables,
to Arizona.
that's a tough one right there, man. I wish we could have him back.
Disrespect to Arizona. Yeah. Who? Who just? Oh yeah, he cool. I'm happy for him. Let him do his thing at Clemson.
yeah.
I think he need to change the scenery, man. They need to get out of here. It was the best thing for him, obviously. So
obviously, right.
Good for him. Man, no, we not. Man, we have not done every video though.
We did the secondary.
I don't think we did wide receivers.
We started with wide receivers.
No. I'm probably sure. I think you thinking about that first one we did, like we just talked about the team in general. We went over everything. You know what I'm talking about?
I thought we broke down the depth chart, but I could be wrong.
We went over early in release. Remember the off-season outlook. We did do running backs. We did defensive backs. We did offensive line. We did D-line. And now we're doing tight end, H-back. Yeah. So we have not done linebackers, wide receivers.
Quarterback.
I think that's it. And quarterback. We got 3 position groups left. Then we got to come up with some topics. You know, y'all give us some time. I guess we can just start talking about like things about it. But spring practice is about to happen. And things about to start picking up some. And so we should get more topics and more stuff to talk about here pretty quick. I would think anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of a dry point. It's a dead point with recruiting and all that stuff right now. So we're not getting a whole lot of breaking news and all that.
And it's good that we're not getting no breaking news because you don't ever want no breaking news in the off season because there's always somebody doing something that they ain't supposed to be doing. So it's good that it's quiet. Let it be quiet. Nobody getting in trouble. So hey, let them work out and do what they supposed to and chase for number 8.
Chase for 8.
But have the preseason rankings been dropped?
I don't think so.
No,
nothing on Buki, but he is on the projected spring depth chart. Like people been putting out. I think it was like it was on Bleacher Report. Maybe SI's spring roster, but they had him starting at nickel. I want to say. Sean.
Buki.
Breakout wide receiver, Jaden Hazelwood, if he's healthy.
He's still in the building.
You think? Hazelwood, for sure. He could be that guy, man. I think he's got all the makings of a big time wide receiver. Of course, I think Mims is gonna have a hell of a year. But
Hey,
I
man.
would say breakout receiver Hazelwood.
Or Mario Williams.
I'm out here. I'm always leery though of freshmen. Like I see how Mims came in and like CD Lamb and stuff like that. Maybe I should get over it now that Lincoln Riley is there. Because remember, it's like it seemed like it used to be like hard for freshmen to get on the field back in the Stoops there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe I should get past that thinking because I guess if I do, I would agree with you, Marvin Williams. But I just like, dang, like it can't easy.
Well, my thing on Marvin Williams just being a breakout, I agree that he will play, but I don't know how much more he's going to play over Drake Stoops because I think Drake is seasoned, and I think Drake is I think Drake and Spencer have a good connection. That's kind of like his safety valve, and I don't think you just go pull the plug on them.
And then you could just think about like, do you want to say it as like a newcomer, a person that's new to the team, or is it one of the players that played last year that's gonna have a bigger season? Because you go Trajan Bridges, Theo Weiss, who played a lot but could play better, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Jaden Hazelwood, who played some but was hurt most of the time.
Man, I really liked him.
Sean, are you suggesting we play Mario at corner to get him on the field?
No, they just said top newcomer.
I mean,
I see.
No. I hear you talking about that. No, that's somebody else. That's King Tyson Anderson. Hey, Billy Bowman. What is he playing? Is he What's playing going? What is he playing?
I don't know. He can play both of them. I can tell you that. I don't know.
Mm.
They haven't made no decision. It's still too early. I think he's still working out at like both of them, where he's switching off.
Before I forget, before we get out of here, I always try to do this, but I never remember to do it. Just want to give a shout out to a couple of Facebook groups on there: Oklahoma Sooners fans, OU football, and the Sooner Nation. You know what I'm saying, for letting us post this stuff for everybody can see it. I'm pretty sure some of y'all probably saw the video through probably found them through that way. So shout out to all of them for always letting us post these videos to their groups, you know what I'm saying? And but yeah. That's about all I got for today. Anything else we got to talk about? Y'all good?
Yeah. Just remember to like and subscribe, man. So we on that road to 1,000 subscribers, baby.
Yeah. Share the video, man. Let's get the word out. So especially for when the season come around, we can all be on here talking about some OU, man. We'll go live for y'all for sure.
Real talk, Ruby, and both of them gonna be against Kansas too. Watch.
Well, 2-punt returns to the house.
Yep.
Speak it into existence, Ruby. I'm with you. I am with you.
Nah, for real. We hoping that they can. Man, like I said, I'm ready to find out what he gonna play. So they ain't said nothing on that, right?
I think he came in working out with the secondary, didn't he? Because wasn't he there? Didn't he report in the spring, or wasn't he?
Yeah, he there right now.
Yeah,
he early enrolling.
Yeah, but we'll see how that goes. A talent like that, I'm sure he'll get his look.
Right. But yeah, man.
Yeah,
gonna get a look for sure. But yeah. What you want to talk about next? We don't know.
I guess we can get to the let's get to the linebacking core led by Mr. Nick Benito next week for the next one or something like that. Or maybe later on this week. It might be something we can come back with on Wednesday.
Yeah. We'll see. But yeah, we definitely gonna try to be back Wednesday. So y'all come back to us. We'll try to get on a little earlier, you know what I'm saying? Probably not so late, but
yeah, a little late tonight.
A little late, but
stuff happens, life happens.
We appreciate y'all being with us, and we definitely be back. And with that said,
say to those boxing fans that were not impressed by your performance tonight?
Critics are like assholes, man. Everybody got one,